Hi, Deirdre Callaghan here. Delighted to be part of Mayo Science Festival again. And my drawing workshop is a step into the future using drawing. To learn about space exploration, when you draw, you step into another world, the world of learning by doing. By just using pastels or whatever you have at home, you are immersing yourself and you can imagine our future as space explorers. You can create your own future.
These are the colours I use for the drawing: green, white, black, blue, red, orange, cream, yellow, pink and grey. If you do not have all of them, just use what you have. If you are using crayons or pencils, just do your best effort to follow the video. Stop and start the video to suit your pace. By the time you're my age, we will have people living and working on Mars. In the next decade, we will have people living and working on the moon. These new adventures in space exploration will begin circa February 2022. The Artemis mission to the moon, Mars and beyond will land a woman and a man on the moon around 2024. Living and working on the moon and Mars will be very difficult. Our planet gives us everything we need. We must bring our basic needs with us to space to survive. Astronauts will need to eat well because existing in space brings enormous challenges to the body and the mind. Freshly grown food will be vital. So let us jump forward and imagine how growing food on Mars to start our drawing. We will use a red pastel on its side and just kind of glide it over the page to make the profile or shape of a mountain on Mars. We'll use a little bit of black to add a little bit more texture, a little bit more structure to the mountain. And then we'll use our fingers just to blend it in and kind of emphasize the shapes. Now, if you wipe out something that you didn't mean to, you can easily go over, like say that mountaintop, if you want to emphasize it, just go over it again and lean on your pastel to make it stand out. In the foreground, which is like the land in front of the mountain, you can just kind of dig your pastel in red, in little kind of streaks here and there, and then go over that with a cream or pale brown or sandy colored pastel or something close to that. And then on the very bottom, just a little bit of blue here and there. Then we'll go back to add a little bit of black on the ground of Mars, just representing rocks that are strewn over the surface. You don't actually have to draw the rocks in detail. It's an impression of the surface. Next, we're going to start our astronaut. A round black circle for the visor, and you can make it more roundy by using your finger. And then the body. Use little flicks, little curved white lines to start the arm. Don't worry about detail. One arm is slightly up, little curves, going up. No big deal, not too hard. Then the body, a little vest type shape on, and keep going with your pastel. Now you might get some of the red coming through and it might look a bit pink, but we won't worry about that because we can go over it. Once you've done the start, you can go back over it and add more white to make your astronaut suit stand out lovely and white against the red mountain and the surface of Mars. Add a little white curve at the neck and under the arm. Then make the body even more white using your pastels. Add some curved grey or black lines around the belly of the astronaut. This is a mechanism to help the astronaut walk on other planets. On the helmet, a nice white curved line around the black circle and then thicken it up. There you go. It looks like a helmet. The Martian atmosphere is full of dust. So to create this, I'm rubbing a piece of pastel white and pink together. It could be white and red. And you just rub them together and it makes loads of particles and you just put them all over where the sky is on your page. Use a piece of kitchen roll to push the pastels into the paper. This will help the particles to stay on the page when you pick it up. Plus, it also helps the Martian sky to look realistic. It's a difficult atmosphere full of carbon dioxide and dust. Add a black line right across the page, just going under the astronaut belly. Blend in everything under that line with your fingers. You are beginning to create the hydroponic grow boxes. Add 3 thin black lines and 3 thin white lines to create 4 grow boxes. Hydroponics is the science of growing plants like vegetables without soil and under artificial lights. So, our astronaut has just harvested some carrots. She has the green tops known as fronds just over her shoulder there. Use lots of curved green lines, thin lines, to represent them. And to add the carrots themselves, start with some round orange blobs and then add long, skinny orange triangles under each blob. When you think about it, a carrot is a kind of a long, skinny triangle. Carrot greens can be used in salad. Carrots contain vitamin K and some calcium, all good for astronauts' bone health. Nothing gets wasted in space. Add a little white hand so your astronaut can check on her rainbow chard. Leafy greens seem to grow best in hydroponic systems. Chard is like spinach and it grows fast and it's full of good vitamins. In the grow trays, the plant's roots are in water. There is no soil. Nutrients are added to the water to feed the needs of the plant and enable them to grow quickly. Her chard has yellow stems or red stems with big leaves, almost ready for harvesting. On the International Space Station, they have grown and eaten lettuce, radish, and cabbage. The unit is called the Vegetable Production System, or VEGGIE for short, a little space garden. Draw lots of yellow and red stems for our chard. Rainbow chard is tasty and full of vitamins. Plus the plant will regrow its leaves. Imagine that, helping it last for longer than you would expect. Next we have some peppers, green and red peppers. Draw strong stems for these plants. They are full of vitamin C. Over in the tray on the right-hand side, she is growing lots of radish. Astronaut Kate Rubins on the International Space Station harvested fresh radish just 27 days after planting. A few days ago, the astronauts on the ISS harvested chili peppers. Our astronaut here is growing green and red peppers. Yet another crop, fresh for the crew, no matter if they are on the Earth, Mars, or a space station. Add a few white lines to your red peppers and your green peppers to make them stand out, and add a little extra marks to the stems. When NASA and ESA put a space station in orbit around the moon, it's going to be called Gateway. No doubt, this moon orbiting station will have a version of Veggie. You can add your own name to the astronaut suit. The backpack can be added using blue. It's a rectangle. The colour helps it stand out from the white spacesuit. At the top of the backpack, add a white line, a thick white line, to make the backpack look more bulky. Inside the backpack is everything your astronaut needs to stay alive. Breathable air, water to keep her cool. It also helps to remove bad gases from the suit. The spacesuit is like the astronaut's personal planet wrapped around her. All the plants are inside a growing module. Add a curved white line from edge to edge of the page, and then under it more white lines which are smaller and smaller to create this unit. Then we add thick white towers, vertical towers, long towards the front and smaller going towards the back. Vertical hydroponic farms are already in action in Ireland, the UK, US, Europe, Africa and other countries. Perhaps by the time humans get to have a base on Mars, food technology will have advanced again, hopefully for the good of all on Earth and in space. Add red and blue lines under each of the white curved lines. Mars has a very thin atmosphere with no ozone layer to protect plants or people from the very harmful radiation coming from the sun. So growing modules on Mars will have to be underground or above ground, covered in Martian soil to block out those rays. The lights are red and blue LEDs. A combination glow from them makes the module look a bit purplish or magenta. If you get some on the white towers, don't worry, just use your fingers to blend in the red and the blue, and then go over the towers with more white to fix them. These vertical towers mean that vegetables and fruit can be produced using less space, less water, and no pesticides. In fact, you're producing many, many times more vegetables using the same space because you're going up. Also, hydroponic systems are not depending on the sun for light, so can support plants growing 24/7. Here, the towers are growing some tomatoes and berries. Add the green, white and orange of the Irish flag on the sleeve. Why not? You too can be part of creating our future. Exploring space needs all kinds of engineers and creative scientists. Think about how your skills and dreams can add to the future of space exploration. Check out jobs at the European Space Agency. Check out Ireland's Space Industry Directory to see which Irish companies are in the space business. As Buzz Aldrin says, no dream is too high.